please have a man slowly explain to me why you all suck so fucking much?
If he doesn't offer to send you a car on your first date, he's poor. He's not a provider.
The only time having a boyfriend is worth it is when he is able to fully support you and pay all your bills. I said it, and I'll say it again.
Even if you say something 1,000,000 times, it's not going to be a fact. Come on, gals, it's already fucking 2026. How are you still expecting men to provide everything for you? Men stopped fucking around because they already found out that distancing themselves is the best thing they can do to find peace and freedom. Fuck your validation. We don't need them anymore.
Can I please have a man slowly explain to me why you all suck so fucking much? I can honestly sit here and say, as a 34-year-old woman, I have not met one goddamn good man. So please, someone explain to me why the fuck that is. It can't be a fucking coincidence. I've never had a good male fucking figure in my life, and I've never had a man treat me right romantically. I've never even had a good male friend. So someone sit here and fucking tell me what the fuck is wrong with y'all.
Well, the nose ring says it all. I might be wrong, but you must be attracting the wrong men. But hey, try dating women if you really think men suck. We'll gladly accept you here once you realize how fucking intolerable women actually are.
I would never date a broke man. That is so fucking pathetic as a man to be broke. That is your one job, to provide and protect. And you're gonna let me pay for anything around you? No.
Okay, whose child is this? The father did a bad job raising this one.
I would not even be friends with a guy who makes me pay for stuff. You're a man, bro. And you're gonna watch a girl buy a coffee in front of you? You don't have $7? Like, no. Also, a broke man would never want to date me because I would fucking make more money than him and he would be intimidated by me and then start little competitions. I know how it goes. I know the fucking rules of the game. Let's be real. No high-value woman who has her shit together, goes to the gym, building a business, makes her own money, wants a broke man. It's literally like repulsive to me. Like, ew.
And society is still questioning why men don't want to date anymore. For fuck's sake.
I don't really care what the reason that you're broke is. You're broke, so you can't afford my lifestyle. So why would I be with you when you can't provide for me? As a man, what else do you have to do? You don't have to deal with all these hormone imbalances and blah, blah. All you have to do is fucking make money and get your shit together and hit the gym and have a good haircut and okay style. You have it fucking made, bro. And if you can't make money, you can't afford a girl, you can't afford a steak dinner. Ew. And that's just my take, and there's no switching it.
I honestly can't wait until she hits 30 and realizes she got it all wrong. And that it's too fucking late for her because no man will settle down with a woman like her.
4 signs he's a brokey and he can't afford you. If he doesn't offer to send you a car on your first date, he's poor. He's not a provider. If you don't feel comfortable with him knowing your address, he will Venmo you the money. If he's not providing you transportation to and from the date, you're losing money. If he doesn't take you to a nice restaurant by the second date, he's poor. I get the first date, maybe you just don't know if you're gonna vibe and you don't want to sit there across from him having dinner, but second date, 3, he should never hesitate when the bill comes. If things are vibing, you should at least get flowers already because flowers is the bare minimum. So if he wants to impress you and you haven't received flowers yet, he's not a gentleman. If you want princess treatment, you better act like it.
So every woman is competing for the provider man nowadays because they literally have no fucking direction. They need a man to step up and pay for everything, even their coffins, and the people who will dig up their grave.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, nobody's ever finna make me feel bad for wanting a nigga that spend that shit, okay? It's a difference between having a nigga that got money and having a nigga that spend that shit. I need a shark, okay? Somebody that overly spends that shit. Never tells me no. I don't even tell myself no. So you think you finna come over here and tell me no? It's not happening. The fuck? I need an overly loaded spender. Send me your biggest spender. Need that. And y'all are never going to make me feel bad for wanting a nigga that spends that shit. I feel like I'm very deserving. I work very hard. I take care of all my own shit already. So if you're going to come around, you for sure going to be spending something. You got to make my life easier, okay? And if I'm not struggling by myself, I'm for damn sure not going to be struggling with your ass. I can't do shit with a little nigga. I can't do shit with a broke nigga. I need a spender. A shark. preferably, okay? I'm tired of fucking around with Nemo and them. I can't, I literally, I cannot. I have no more tolerance in me for anybody. All that, oh, you gotta wait till Friday. I don't even make myself wait till Friday. What the fuck are we even talking about? I need it now. Thank ya. And come fucked already too, because we ain't doing that.
At least she had the balls to admit that she just needs a man because she wants someone to make her life easier for her. Straight to the point with the hypocrisy there, ma'am.
Ladies, the only time having a boyfriend is worth it is when he is able to fully support you and pay all your bills. I said it, and I'll say it again. The only time a man who is your boyfriend, he's not your husband, if you're gonna be a girlfriend to someone, he needs to be paying all your bills. Otherwise, why is he there? What is his purpose? If he's not, he's just a boyfriend. Meaning if he leaves you, and a boyfriend is not a legal title. If he leaves you and promises you marriage, leaves you with nothing, you get nothing. But if he's paying all your bills, you're able to save money, you're able to invest into businesses that you want to do. If he leaves you, you're leaving with something else at the end of it. But to date a guy and be someone's girlfriend for free, so he can promise you marriage, he can promise you marriage, Susie marriage, Melina marriage, Selena marriage, all while dating you. Being someone's girlfriend is not worth it, okay? No. If you're gonna be a girlfriend, he needs to be paying a bill or two. These bills are due. I'm not usually anyone's girlfriend, but I'll make that exception for you if you're willing to pay some bills. If you're willing to pay a bill or two.
Even Satan was shocked to hear what she had to say. These women are evil, and you can't convince me otherwise.
The other day, a man who was completely opposite of my type decided to hit on me and asked for my number. And I was like, what's your resume looking like, okay? He's very comfortable talking to himself in my messages. So the other day, he called me. And I was like, I'm out to eat, can't answer the phone. So, of course, he hits me with I didn't mean to call you. So I'm like, are you going to pay for my nails? Right? Because if you just think that I'm just like that and you just like what you see and you like what you X, Y, and motherfucking Z, you can pay for my nails. Because if I can pay for a motherfucking haircut, you can pay for some motherfucking nails, okay? Who do you think pay for these? Myself, indeed. Like always, okay? Because I asked this motherfucker, look at you and look at me, okay? I asked this motherfucker, can you pay for my nails? You never in your life had the audacity to say, what's in it for me? Excuse me, sir, me being happy with my nails, and what else isn't it for you, motherfucker? I wrapped that one up real quick, went to go pay for mine. I will pay for them myself. Don't even fucking worry about it. Because you mean you could... If I'm paying for haircuts, you can pay for my goddamn motherfucking nails. Otherwise, I don't have no business talking to you. I'm sorry. I really don't.
A woman could come on this app and have the most mild opinion on dating. Like, literally, they could just be like, oh, I like it when a man holds the door open for me when we go out. And here come 55 unemployed men like clockwork. Bro, y'all don't be clocking into jobs, but y'all be clocking into this app every single day. Immediately start running that mouth. Oh, why should a man open the door for you? What do you bring to the table? Shut up. You don't even have a table. The only thing in your living room is a beach chair and a freaking PS4. Do not, oh my gosh, y'all be so annoying. It literally annoys me so bad because half the time, like, these women aren't even saying nothing crazy. They'll literally just be like, oh, this is what I like. This is what I prefer for my partner to do. And y'all are like, but. Start talking about a damn table. You don't got money to buy a table. That's your problem. That's why you talking so much on this dang app.
The general stinginess happening in the discourse about romantic relationships in my comment section is making me fucking sick. everything should be 50-50 because it's an equal partnership. Just say you don't understand the value of feminine energy and move on. This is why women hate a lot of straight men, why we detest them, because they don't understand a woman's value and it shows. If you've ever even fixed your mouth to ask the question, what do you bring to the table? You've already lost, because what you're saying is, I don't understand women. Can you explain them to me? No, I fucking can't. Okay? But since we are so obsessed with making relationships transactional, I will say this. You could be paying for everything and it still would not even be a fraction of the value that she is providing. If you truly understood, you would be doing everything you can to support her. A good relationship is not two identical people with identical energies and identical everything coming together. It's about complementing each other. And do you understand that your suspicion that women are using you for your money, it's sick. You need hypnotherapy. You're having schizophrenic delusions. You need to be medicated. Okay? If you're looking for someone who's going to provide the exact same thing you provide, you're not looking for a woman. You're looking for a man, which is totally fine, but let's be honest about it. We've made everything in this world masculine. Data and numbers and transactions and working hard. And now we're trying to do it with feminine energy too. It's tragic.
Men aren't the problem. Women's lack of accountability is, and that's why men are checking out of dating and nobody wants to say it. Women love to complain about men, how men don't want to commit, don't want to date, don't want to put in effort, don't want to do this and that. But rarely do women stop to ask what role they play in the problem. And trust me, girl, I used to be the same way until I realized what was really going on. The truth is, men are tired of being told they're never enough. They're tired of being called toxic for being masculine, tired of being shamed for wanting to lead, and tired of being treated like they're disposable. Why would a man want to date when he's constantly told he's the problem? When every mistake is weaponized against him and every effort is met with criticism or indifference. Add in the fact that so many women are competing with men instead of complimenting them, and it's no wonder men are choosing peace over partnership. Men want to feel respected, needed, and appreciated. When they don't get that, they check out. And honestly, I can't blame them. If you want a man who actually wants to show up for you, maybe start by showing him some respect. Otherwise, don't be surprised when he chooses himself over a relationship.
The wrong man will always find a way to punish you for having an expectation of him. Even if he set the expectation himself, you holding him to that expectation, he's going to make you pay for it. The wrong man is going to make you pay for it. He's going to stress you out. He's going to make you miserable. He's giving you opportunities to cut him loose because he can't take it. He's also a coward who can't just walk away. He wants you to break it off. I think this cycle of punishment that men put women through needs to be studied. It's like this very normalized thing that men will set expectations in the minds of women and then not follow through on them. Like, because we actually believed that they were going to do what they said, now we're sitting here feeling rejected and feeling abandoned for something that we didn't even ask them to do. They said they were going to do it, and then they didn't. That is a form of punishment, and men do this all the time.
No, because why would you be with a man who is doing worse than you when we literally live in a society that has given him every single competitive advantage to be better than you? It is truly that simple. And the reason that there are women who are confused by this concept is because from a very young age, we have been indoctrinated into glorifying romantic love, prioritizing marriage, and also believing that our worth is tied to a man picking us. That is why patriarchy so desperately needs women to have low self-esteem and also to some extent hate ourselves, because that is the only situation in which a woman would then actively choose to be with a man who falls short compared to her across every life category. There is no situation or example on this earth that would make that make sense. It does not make sense to enter into a situation or to be with someone where you are then worse off. And we all know at this point that in general, marriage is usually high risk, low reward for most women. So if you are someone who still wants to get married or you still want to be in relationships with men, I would strongly encourage you to best position yourself. And a way to do that is to make sure that that man that you are choosing is in a better position.
I see a lot of men on this app complaining about how women are over here asking for all this divorce. Let's just take, abuse out of the equation, marital neglect out of the equation, and let's just talk down to today's modern society. Men aren't providing. Men are not providers anymore. Whether it be cost of living or because they're just not doing their duty as a man, but they're not providing anymore. So what does that do? It forces women out of the home and into the workforce. Now, what happens when that happens? Women are still primary default caregivers. So now you have a woman working what a man is working outside. And on top of that, coming home to being primary default caregivers, and statistically still households, the ones who maintain a household. And when you maintain a household, what does that typically include? It includes cooking, cleaning, laundry, all those things. And when they're doing all of this by themselves for the children, why are they going to want to continue staying in a home where they can just do all of that by themselves without having to do the extra effort of cooking for a man, of doing his laundry, of packing his lunch, of all these XYZ things? Because all that man is doing is going to work and coming home and sitting his ass down expected to be served. Men on this app are so quick to blame women, but they don't want to talk about the fact that you want your woman to stick around. Fucking provide. Take the financial burden off of her so that she can be there for her children. Now, if she wants to continue working, continue working, but she should not have the stress of, I need to provide or bills don't get met. Happy mom, happy wife, happy life. It's pretty simple.
If you are a woman who dates men and also says, I'm just going to stay single, I'm just going to stay to myself, this is too much, I shouldn't have to do all of this to be with a man, hear me clearly when I fucking say this. Oops. I think we should all be taking breaks from men from time to time, but here's the truth. If you are going to deal with a man, if you have your windows of coming off of a break and you're dealing with a man, you are expending energy. If you're dealing with him as an unreformed pick-me, not only are you doing it for peanuts, but you're also doing it in a way that does not protect yourself. If you are still believing in this fairy tale bullshit for the life of me, please block me, because I do not want to poison your feed with stuff that you are willing to argue and be wrong about. You wouldn't be arguing with me, you would be beating a dead horse. I'm not going to debate about it. If and when you decide to deal with a man when you come off of your breaks, it is energy spent. Don't think you're going to be an A+ student in his eyes. You're going to be a goddamn fool. Genuinely don't give a damn if you're an empath, if you're neurodivergent, that's me, or if you're ovulating or just bored. Stop using Webster's terms to justify pick-me behavior. Be strategic, protect yourself, respect yourself, love yourself, and ask for some goddamn money and stop pissing me off.
I post about this when I first started posting, but if you're a feminist, or anything around that, and you're still saying men should pay for everything, or, men need to be the providers, you're not a feminist. And not even the slightest. I don't know how you fight for women's equality on every other aspect, but then when it comes to your partner, all of a sudden no, that's a man's job. He needs to pay for everything. How did we become so woke that we actually went full circle back headfirst into the fucking patriarchy? All of you that do this disappoint me immensely. And it's the worst when, you comment on a video, people are like, oh, someone would say, surgery, it's just, being into patriarchy and stuff. And then there'll be comments just let them do what they want. And then you'll reply, that's low-key just, choice feminism. And then once I reply that, everyone just replies, what's choice feminism? I just made that shit up. All of you guys are fucking, stand up if you're a real feminist. The real ones, no. Real ones, no. Because when you do this, when you say that men should be paying for everything, oh, women are the prize, I just want to stay home, I don't want to work. You're saying that you are the trophy again. You're placing yourself in a situation where you're the prize and you're below the man because he's trying to get you the prize. And guess what? That same situation happened in the 1960s when misogyny was very, very strong. They fought for the women, but did they treat them like a human? No. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Where are all the men? Literally, I'm so disillusioned by the male population right now because they're all boys. Tell me why the other week the girls and I are... Can the street traffic not? Tell me why the other week the girls and I were at the bar and there's this guy with his friend and he was kind of cute, whatever, and he was looking back over at us and we were like, hey, is he gonna do something? Homeboy goes and sits down at the bar and we're like, okay, whatever, forget about it. And then we see he's still just sitting there alone, what? And he'll be he would look back at us and we were like, and it's what, babe? Do you want me to... Hey, babe, you want me to buy you a drink? What do you want? But they literally just think, they're the prize or something. And honestly, it's because the girls are making them feel that way. The bitches are walking up to men and being like, hey, like, oh, please stop approaching men. If they want you, they need to come up to you and get it. Because the sassy man apocalypse and they're just princesses. And it's like, yeah, boo, gender rules, boo. But at the same time, it's like inevitable.
A lot of men are now leaving it up to women to ask for their phone number, pursue them, holler at them. And we talking about men over 40, right? And it's crazy to me because literally a generation before them, those men were the hunters and, you know what I'm saying, pursuing women. And I'm confused because I don't know what the hell happened. Is it the Me Too movement that fucked this shit up? Or is it the feminist movement, which none I am a part of, okay? I didn't ask for this shit. I'm trying to figure out who dropped the fucking ball, because now we got a whole bunch of men walking around here like they want to be the fucking women and we the fucking men. And it's tiring as fuck, honestly. You meet somebody and they really expect you to like hit them up. They don't do shit no more. And it's really sad that we have these type of men now. But I don't know if it's our fault, not me personally, but women's fault as a whole, because we kind of made these motherfuckers like this. You know what I'm saying? Like scared to approach us, scared to say shit, scared to like even be intimate with you. Men are naturally meant to be the hunters and women are the gatherers. Like women don't even have a mental capacity to chase men like how a man is supposed to with a woman. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even in our nature to do it. But it's like we're being pushed into that. And it's not a natural thing. I'm ready for this shit to end. So I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm asking hard questions here. Like, what the fuck happened to these men out here? We need to go back to how it was, because I don't know how many of y'all sisters is built for this shit, but honestly, I'm fucking not. Okay? We need to put out a fucking PSA. We need to get on a bullhorn and be like, wait a minute. We want to go back to how it was 10 years ago. A bitch is tired. Okay, get on your shit. Send an email, nigga, because we need this to be a national campaign against whatever the fuck happened. We need to go back to how it was, because I ain't built for the shit. Let me know if you are.
If you ever wonder to yourself, like, why don't men approach me? Like, why don't I have a boyfriend? There's a reason for that, and it's because you are so gorgeous that you scare the men away. Like, you're so stunning and amazing that they just feel like so intimidated by you. Like, you might be out in public and you're getting stared at a whole lot and you're like, oh my gosh, like, I think these boys are like staring at me the whole time. But the reason that they're not talking to you is because you are so gorgeous that they're scared. They're like, oh, she must have a boyfriend. She must be involved with somebody. You know, she must have like a whole roster lined up. You know what I mean? That is why. That is why you don't get approached in public, and that is why you don't have a boyfriend, is because you're so beautiful and stunning and amazing. That's why. I just like to say this for the reason that I don't have a boyfriend. So I'm just so funny and amazing that they're so intimidated by me.
I said it before and I'll say it again. There are no wives left. There are plenty of women and girlfriends possibly, but there are no wives left. And I say that because it just gives hood rat. It just gives, we're in a hood rat era. Like they're online talking about how they don't cook. They're online talking about how they don't clean. They're online, they don't want no kids, but yet they're twerking all day. They're VIP bottle rats. Like, it's like, that's all we're seeing. And it's like, these are the behaviors that they're going to teach your future daughters. You know what I mean? So I see why y'all don't want to marry them. It's always baddie, shot o'clock. I don't even know the saying if that's right. I just learned it. Anyways, but like I said, like, I just feel like there are no wives left. Again, if you're just looking for a woman to do sexual things with and probably give her some money, I'm pretty sure a lot of people like that arrangement, because they're online talking about they don't do all these things, but then they get mad when they ask a man for $500 on a random Tuesday. It's like, why are y'all expecting money from men who y'all aren't giving anything to. I mean, ass or cash. I mean, y'all gonna have to make some decisions pretty soon. I mean, it's just seeming like women, like men are cooking more, they're cleaning, they're doing everything by themselves. It's kind of like women are becoming obsolete because it's like, what do you have to offer? What besides some ass? I mean, what do you have to offer? I mean, men appreciate a home cooked meal. They appreciate even appreciation. That's the freest thing you can give a man. He will love you to the end of time if you show him appreciation. He can be starving, and if you appreciate him, he will still be like, oh, thanks, babe. You know, but it's like, y'all not cooking, y'all not cleaning, y'all are embarrassing to be with. It's like, y'all talking about how embarrassing men are. No, women are really embarrassing. Like, imagine coming home from work and there's no meal, and you got to cook your own meal. Imagine coming home from work and this girl been here all day and your house is dirty. It's like, that is embarrassing. You know, like in the night, I mean, y'all keep talking about, I'm always bringing up the past. I am always bringing up the past. Like, oh, they were getting beat. My grandma didn't get beat, but the house was still clean. The meals were still cooked. Okay. Let me just talk about stuff that I know for a fact that my grandmas did not get. They put paws on because they was, good women. But maybe y'all grandmas was hood rat. Maybe y'all grandmas was hoes. Maybe that's why they was getting beat. Shit, I don't know. But if that's all y'all got to go back on, something's got to change.
Listen, I'm not here to shame man or woman for engaging in hookup culture. At the end of the day, it's your life, and I'm sure you're not going to listen to me anyways. All I'm saying is don't expect to be able to settle down in a nice, good relationship afterwards. Not because the other person wouldn't allow it. Let's be real. I don't think you would actually tell them your real body count anyways, but more so because you really think after hooking up with 50 plus people, you're going to be able to do that? You think your brain is going to let you do that? You think you're just going to be able to settle down in a happy marriage? That's all I'm saying. Do whatever you want in this life, but don't complain about the consequences.